My 10-gallon bedroom tank has become infested with a short, fuzzy brown algae. It's covering the plants and was also covering the driftwood. So I removed the driftwood and purchased a couple of Nerite snails. And I just acclimated them to the tank, and they're exploring the tank. And I want to give this some time and see if they can rid the tank of this infestation of brown algae. There's one of the Nerite snails, and the other is over here, stuck to the glass. They had two color variations on the shells in the available Nerite snails. One is sort of a dingy yellow and black stripes, and these have sort of a brown shell with black spots. The striped ones, well, seem pretty common. I decided to get something a little more unusual, or a little out of the ordinary. Thought I'd go with this. So I'll leave them in the tank and see how they do. Here's a look at the plants covered in this short, fuzzy brown algae. So hopefully the snails can do something about that. It's now the third day since I put the Nerite snails into my 10-gallon bedroom tank. So far, I haven't noticed them climbing onto the plants, this water wisteria, at all. I'm not sure if the stalks are too spindly for them, or if they start to climb a plant, it bends over. Haven't noticed them going onto the plants at all yet. So what I wanted to do is go ahead and put the driftwood back in to cover the heater, at least make it look a little bit nicer. I took the driftwood out and doused it with hydrogen peroxide to kill off the brown algae, and I let it bake in the sun, and now I have it soaking in a 5-gallon bucket of water so that it'll be waterlogged and sink immediately. So I like to reintroduce that and make the tank look a little bit nicer. Now the fourth day that the Nerite snails have been in my bedroom tank. I replaced the driftwood, and it looks much nicer now that it's clear of algae. I am giving the snails a small amount of algae wafers in hopes that they will eat the brown algae off of the plants and rocks. Day 5, I'd like to use an eyedropper to illustrate what I've discovered as part of the problem here. The potting soil in the tank tends to accumulate on the leaves of the water wisteria. So using the eyedropper, I can blow it off of the leaves. Now there's obviously some algae as well. It was growing quite thick on the driftwood before I used hydrogen peroxide and sunlight to eradicate that. But the potting soil tends to stick to the leaves, and then the leaves die off from lack of light and oxygen, carbon dioxide, that sort of thing. This wasn't a problem in the other 10-gallon potting soil tank I have. The problem there is green hair algae. And I'm not sure what to do about that, aside from reducing the feeding, perhaps adding some floating plants, reducing the light cycle. I don't know what species might help with that. Perhaps a mono shrimp, but I believe it'd take quite a few of them to devour green hair algae. So this is where we are with this tank. The snails are doing fine, enjoying the tank. So that's where I am with that.